Hello, my name is Steph, and today we'll be going over Semamorse. Semamorse is, as you can tell by the name, a mix between semaphore and Morse. It's quite special.
This
because,
is a
as you can
story
see,
of a man named Stanley.
The grid rotates. Now, what you do is you grab the semaphore letter and the Morse letter. Now, you may be asking yourself, how am I supposed to get the semaphore letter if the thing is constantly rotating? Well, this little dot here is the indicator of north. So, if we have northwest by northeast, that is uniform. And if we check the flashes, dot, dot, dash, that is also uniform. Oops, that's OSA. Oops, that's also OSA. So, for the green, we have uniform. Now, what we have to do is we have to take account of the colors in each section. So as you can see, we start the first section, and the letter given by that section. If the letter is the same by both the semaphore and the Morse, which 4 of the 5 pages will have it be the same, we write it down like so. But if it's not, then we only need to write down, we need to take the difference of those letters. So for this one, we have pink, dash, 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 and it's flashing Juliet. And since north by east is also Juliet, we can keep that as just Juliet. That one is going to be southwest by west, which I believe is hotel. So dot, 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 yep. And since it's flashing 4 dots, that's also hotel. I believe this one's different. South by southeast. Now, this is flashing Oscar, I believe. No, it's flashing golf. Oh yeah. And the semaphore letter is also flashing golf. And in case you don't know your semaphore nor your Morse, you have all of it over here. So you have the semaphore here and the golf here. I mean, not the golf, the Morse here. So, that was indigo, and it was flashing golf. So, since all 4 of them have been uniform, we don't need to care about the color for this one. We just need to grab the 2 letters. So, we have southwest by northeast, which is Lima, and dash, dot, dash, dot, Charlie. Now, we take the difference between the 2, so, and when I say take the difference, I mean, this isn't in the manual yet, but we take the alphanumerical positions minus 1, and then we subtract them. So 11 minus 2 gives you 9. So, what do we do from here? Well, we take the number of battery holders and the number of port plates, add them together in modulo 10, and then we get an order. So that's 1 battery holder, 1 port plate. I believe I was doing this one. Yep. And we get the order of 2. Now then, we have this table down here, and we're going to subtract the 2 letters given from the stages. And then we're going to add that to the number we have currently. So, the number we just got from subtracting these 2, the ones that don't match, that is our starting number. So, the first one in the order is cyan. However, since the letter we got was cyan, we skip that one. Next one we have is pink. Actually, I can just stay on here. So, with pink we have Juliet, and since pink is the first one, it's I. Now, since J is 9 and I is 8, 9 minus 8 is 1, and we add that to our current value. So now we have 10. Next one in the order is green, and green is uniform. Green is also 2, so we take 20 and subtract 4. 20 subtract 4 is 16, so that gives us 26. And if it goes over 26, we subtract 26. So, next one in the order is indigo. With indigo, it's D, and since it's 6 minus 3, that gives you 3. So we add 3 to your current result, and that gives us 3. Next, we take the last one, which is red. Do the same as before, and take the difference between the two. So 17 minus 7 gives you 10. So we get the final result of 13. Now then, what do? Well, we have to submit it in Semamorse, and the way we go to the submission stage is by pressing any one of these LEDs. That's a lot of noise. And what we do is we select, since 13 is November, we'll have to enter November in Semamorse. So, it's still according to the north dot. However, in case you didn't get all your information, you just have to press the arrows without pressing any LEDs to go back to the to get back to the flashing state. I swear I'm not bass boosting that like I'm doing with like I did with the ciphers. So, since we entered this, since we got 13, that's November. We enter in November. So we enter in this one, and we press this one. Right? Yes. And in order to submit, we just press any one of the arrows. And there you go. Let's do another example. So for this one, we have cyan. It's flashing 2 dots, so it's flashing India. However, that is not India, that is South. So, the difference between South and India, so 18 and 8, is 10. So our starting number is 10. Next thing we have is red. Dash, dash, so Mike. So this also has to be Mike. Next thing we have is green. So it's going to be dash. So dash is tango, and tango is also northwest by north, so we know we got that. Pink is an alarm clock. Pink is flashing dash, 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 dot, golf. And it's also showing golf in Semamorse, so south by southeast. Next one we have is indigo. And I don't remember what this letter is. I think it's Oscar because it never shows up in serial number. Let's see. It's dash, dash. Oh, it's kilo. Yeah, that would be kilo. Right? Yes. Okay, cool. So now that we got all this stuff, actually, we're still using an order of 2. But let's say we're using an order of 3, for example. We would first use pink, so we would subtract I and G. Then we would subtract cyan, but cyan's not here. So then red, so L and M. Then N and T. Then T and K. But we're still using this one. So we had the number of 10, and for cyan, cyan was our first one, so we skipped that. So for pink, we have I. Now 8 minus 7 is 1, so we add 1 to our current value to give us 11. Next one we have is green, so green is E. 19 minus 4 is 15, so adding 15, that gives us 26. Indigo is third, and indigo is 10 minus 3, which gives us 7. So our current result is 7. And lastly, we have red. So that is R minus M, which is 17 minus 12. 17 minus 12 is 5. And that gives us 12. So we enter in 12. Forgot about that. we enter in 12 in semaphore, which is a mic. So that would be southwest by east. And then we submit.
No! Why did you do that?
Let's see where it went wrong. I accidentally subtracted, I accidentally thought that after G, I came in the alphabet. So, at the first step, I subtracted, the G from pink and I said, probably 8 minus 9 or something like that. It was actually 8 minus 6, with I being 8 and G being 6, which gave me a 2, and blah blah blah. In other words, I forgot again. In other words, I was 1 off. So, we submit the answer again of November. And just note that it was just coincidence that these two were the same answers. If you put some more Semamorses on the bomb, they are not going to be the same answer. Well, they can be the same answer, but they're not guaranteed to be the same answer.
This was exactly the way.
And that is Semamorse. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and get a job.